Hi, welcome back. I'm Mike. I still want a studio. It's day 2. I am in my home studio right now because I really haven't done anything at the studio yet. I don't have my security system installed yet, so I'm not going to take any of this equipment up there. I got a little stabilizer that I had at home for my first video, so I thought I'd use it this time. Let's just take this off to show you. By the way, tip for new people. I'm going to try to only give tips that idiots like me need. I mean, it took me 15 minutes to hook a stupid cable up. I really don't know what I'm doing still, but I'm getting there. One of the tips is there's a time-stamp, whatever it's called. There's an app that you can get that allows you to switch from front to back while you're recording. You do have to share all your data with the Chinese, but I don't know what my pictures are a bunch of like dog pictures and food pictures. I own restaurants and stuff, so that's gonna have that. So I'm gonna pull this thing off real quick for this video for a second, and I'm gonna hit the little button there. Aha! See, this is actually my very first piece of equipment that I got. I'd already decided to do this, and I was walking through Menards, and they had a bin. And it was $3.99 for this guy here. And I think it's funny that my first piece of equipment was that. It took me it doesn't barely work at all. I bought a car thing too, but it doesn't work either. My studio, let's turn it back here. Right? Well, I'll do this. My studio is a disaster, as you can see. Because equipment just keeps coming in. And I keep unboxing it. This is my old... This is the first podcast that I bought a few years ago. I think I spent $500 or $600 on it. I had a lot of fun, but I didn't really do anything with it. I'm going to switch this back around. Mostly it was just having a good time. But I really wanted to work on doing better with the I really wanted to do something with it. I don't know. I'm not quite there as far as talking into the camera goes. But I will show you some of the stuff that just showed up. Let's flip this around again. Okay. This is my first microphone for the studio. It's a SM7B Shure. And I got this a couple of days ago, but my Rodecaster Pro 2 came last night. And I'm excited. I just went through setting it all up. I listened to myself on it. I thought it was fantastic. I still need to figure out how to hook it into the computer. I didn't quite know how the Bluetooth worked. But, you know, all the specifics, I don't know any of these specifics on this thing. Let me flip it back around. I don't know any of the specifics on this thing because I really don't know any specifics at all. And it's hard, you know, if you're just starting out podcasting, and you're doing it like me. I'm basically learning to be a audio-visual engineer or whatever, you know, from scratch. I had no experience whatsoever. Again, I just always wanted to have a radio station, be in radio. I'm a writer, a memoirist even. I'm a storyteller. And I think this is going to be a great medium. A lot of people don't read books anymore. I mean, I sat down and wrote 2 more books, but I never published them because I'm not anybody and nobody wants to read those books. Everybody that reads them likes them, I think. At least they tell you to your face. But, you know, you just don't know. So I was hoping to do this and just get it all out there. So I'm learning how to do it from YouTube and Reddit videos. And the stuff that I'm going to say is the stuff that they just skip right over because they assume that you guys are going to, that everybody already knows this stuff. Let me tell you, and the experts don't watch my videos, please, not yet, because I'm not anywhere near. But there are so many acronyms. It is unbelievable. And they just kind of use acronyms to represent stuff that should just be said. I heard a guy say CF, or CL, and he was talking about a cloud lifter, which I no longer need. Just say cloud lifter. You know, when I first started watching these videos, I didn't understand. I get that you want to sound smart. I get that you want me to believe that what you do is impossible to learn. I understand it. And some of them they're great. Pat Flynn is one of my favorites. I got a list of them. I don't have it with me, but I know when I see their face, There's a black girl that's got an English accent. She's excellent. The guy from Chicago Podcast, he did. If you're starting a podcast, you definitely want to check him out. He owns the Chicago Podcast Studio. Next time I'll be ready with a list of the YouTube, content providers that were most useful as a guy that knows absolutely nothing. I'm not kidding you. I almost gave up today, because I didn't understand how the XLR cable worked. And I got to go up like this because I got like a giant chin. I don't know how I'm going to set my cameras up. They better be like this. A buddy of mine, when we were younger, his daughter used to love me. She said, "You know what I like about you, Mike, is you have two smiles." That's what she thought was funny as heck. And it kind of was, and I've always been self-conscious. So I should remember to hold the camera up, and I'll make sure when I get all the good cameras, the first of my three Canon 70s are on their way. The other two are going to be shortly behind. So we'll make sure that those camera angles are a little bit better. That is about all for now. I'm going to go ahead and learn how to use this bad boy. It already sounds pretty good. I'll give another update soon. I know I said I wouldn't do it every day, but I'm starting to think that maybe this is something I should do every day. This will be good documentation. Like I said, I don't think anybody's going to watch these, but when I'm done, when the studio's done and all the money's been spent and I'm trying to do something with it, I'm hopeful that, this will be something that I can look back on personally. And, there's got to be other people out there that are watching some of these videos. And if you don't have any experience, I have enough experience. I could hook up a stereo computer. I'm pretty savvy with that kind of stuff. But this stuff is all across the board different. It's like trying to learn Swahili to me. But anyway, that's the end of this one. I will be back tomorrow. Wish me luck.